Alright, NoGoodGamer here. It's gonna be a strange way to have an episode 1 of a playthrough because I already did a recording for episode 1 where I went through the whole basic tier and didn't realize that until after like 2 or 3 hours of recording. I was going through the footage and all of the sound was completely scuffed. You couldn't hear me like at all. It was like this really low mumble in the background. So what I'm doing for my new, I guess, episode 1 is, unfortunately, you don't get to see me do all the basic stuff for startup. But from here forward, I haven't done really anything in here other than meet the 3 people for the next stage. And for a short explanation of how this part works, when you first get into the game, why'd I go home? What am I thinking? Spawn. This is where you first come in when you make your world. You pop in here, and then you come in and talk to this guy. And in the lore tab is where you do your quest stuff, and you'll complete the first one, which lets you go and pick your world. These NPCs all have shops in them where you can buy random assorted things, like a random furnace that comes from the iron furnaces. I ended up being able to at least get a hold of an emerald furnace, which is pretty good. I got a couple golden ones out of this too, because those are fairly high chance to get. But you can also get random sophisticated chest upgrades for basic 2 an upgrade, all the way up to netherite. But generally you end up getting a whole bunch of coppers, irons, sometimes a gold. The other 3 NPCs, once you've gone out and found them, you can teleport to them once you get in here, and they have their own shops, of course, and their own lore for their portions of the quest, because now that we're in this one is for the magician, then we have the quartermaster on this one, and then there is the machinist for this quest line, which I'm going to be pushing into this one first, and then I'm going to be doing this one, and then I'll be going into Arse. Because what I plan to do is by the time I finish these 3, I want to set up my storage solution for early game so that I need to change my home location too, because I think it goes, right into this pillar. But yeah, so I'm going to be pushing into all that, and then I'm going to be using Ars Nouveau for my early game crafting and storage option, because right now I've gotten my unearthers going. I need more brushes to get them to keep going. But I ran them for a while. My gravel dude is already 5. My dust guy is apparently already level 4. But I just have it going into the sophisticated chest that I have auto-compacting on a 2x2, so that at least it turns all of the chunks into clusters for me. And I'm just kind of coming over and grabbing these as I need to, and then smelting them over in my emerald smelter. I had them for a second hooked up to the golden ones, but I couldn't quite get it to work, because this gets the coal and everything else too, and it was smelting my my clay into bricks automatically, and then since it was compacting them, it was making clay and then making terracotta at the same time, so I had to stop making blocks, and then I needed to, it was like a whole thing. So I ended up just pulling it off. But I also get emeralds, diamonds, redstone, lapis in here. Lapis bricks, apparently, because it's doing the 2x2, and I don't like that. Can you break these back down? Is that possible? Oh, good, you can at least. So that's fine. I got me scared for a second. I thought it was making some kind of decorative buildable that I wasn't going to be able to actually use the lapis. That would have sucked. Alright, I guess I'll eat a clapple for my life bar progress. I can always make more of those, so it's not a huge deal. I've been trying to find more varied things to eat, but I think I'm out of options for what I have going on right now, so I guess I'll top off with some baked potato. But what I've done so far is, obviously I've This is the size of what I want my base to be, and I'm going to be going vertically. I will be digging this main section up higher. And I dug like 30 or 40 blocks down, and I'm using an elevator. And this is where I'm going to have my production floor and stuff. On this side, I'm having mostly production things. I've already set up a few of these. I got a free Spectre coil from one of my like stone quest things. It gives you like a random chance at a bunch of stuff. And I got one of these, which just kind of provides free power. And I've been using it right now. I'm trying to get a bunch of steel up because I need to get the mechanism power cables for my plan to get power going. So you can use this entropy manipulator, and you can turn, like I'm missing one right there, but you can turn stone into lava. And these heat generators can be logged in lava, and they generate power this way. Now, I don't know why I put that down. I don't have a wrench of any sort to pick that up. Uh-oh. I didn't think that through. Let me get my all-in-one tool. I'm just going to put a hole over here real quick so I can put that down, and I should be able to pick up this bucket. Oh, no. Oh, good. There's like a very small gap where I can grab it from. Yeah, because I wanted to be able to pick this back up. I don't want it to be in there. And the problem is they may be able to be logged in... Oh, since it's been used and has some power, it's different now. But since they can be logged in lava, doesn't mean they're completely resistant to lava. If you break them while they're in it, they'll just get burnt up and you'll lose it. And I didn't want to lose one. But what I'm planning to do is using the mechanism cables. Those ones can actually block lava flow and they don't get destroyed or anything. So I'm going to put those up on the end here, turn these into lava, stick the power generators in there, connect it to the power pipes. And I'm going to do that the whole way down on both sides, and then have the power coming out on this side and have it blocked off by I think I'm going to try to make some copycat panels and stick them over here with glass so you can kind of like see the lava flowing on the inside. I think that'll look cool. Because I do have zinc, and I've already got a free stone cutter in here that I stole from somewhere I found it. Eventually I'll have an actual like main crafting area set up. This is just my janky starter area. And did I have any zinc? I probably would be over here. Also keep getting cats. I don't know why. Zinc. Do like 4 of those. And do I have any glass left? Or do I have to make more sand? Oh, nice. I'll just take the whole stack. Things come over here. Boom. Copycat panels. Give me them. And then if I put these in my offhand, I'll be able to come down here. And now I can just do this so that once I go through here and do all of them, when I get to the ends and I turn those to lava, they don't just spill out the middle out here. Then you'll get to see some of the flowing lava. Sort of. It's interesting how it looks. Kind of want to go behind them and put copycat panels all the way down the same way and have the glass on the backside too, but maybe later. You know, yeah, I want to do that. I got the idea in my head now. Why does it look like lava dropping as I'm breaking those? What the heck is that about? That's really weird. A couple down, I can just use them as guides. So right now it doesn't look like much, obviously. That's what happens when I move too quick. Luckily it doesn't like waste the glass. Neat. So the way I'm going to be doing this is I'll go power cables first. Then lava, lava, lava. Then generator. 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 And those power that now. Oh yeah, since I'm not going to be able to get back here very easily. Shoot, I do need to make another like 18 of these just to be able to make it to the end. Because to be able to do the inside too, I need to do the inside first. Yeah. Do that and then more cables. Do it again. Put them down. Other good thing is at the very least, since this is a 3 tall hallway, when I get these in, I can still pull the power out. Because I can always just bring it out the top first. And I can still walk in here, do this, but I can carry this power where I need it, or I can do the other way where I just put it along the bottom and then punch a hole, bring it down and to where I want it, because I do kind of want to have it a bit hidden. At least until we get once we get wireless power later, it won't be as big an issue. But yeah, I think I would take this underground instead. Man, I wish I had my create wrench. With the create wrench, you can just pick these up. So I can go. It's always nice when you can do all this without having to jump in a hole. Bring these cables down. One there, one there, one there. Close that back up, and then I can always do that to make it look like nothing happened. Do 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 do. Hey. Wait, did I make it to this? Okay, I did. I was like, wait, did I build too far? Should probably just connect it before I start building over the top of it, you know? Boom. Actually, no, I need to go through here and pick up some of this so I can use it to cover this up. Nice. All powered up and working again. This already has this for me. Nothing in there just yet. And good, I used all of the redstone because I actually intend to go like this. So now I'll put coal in here, and just throw iron in here, and then it'll be in here as steel when I come back, as opposed to having to rinse it through the same machine again. And then I'm gonna have this one as redstone. Yeah. Well, let's see. I should be able to... Which one has... I think this one might have a decent amount of... Yeah, you know what? I'll just stick it in here. So it's doing 48. I want to say it's this one right here that'll probably have the higher production. Let me... Yeah, 69. Just trying to get this charged up a little bit more. It'll be a lot easier later once I get a... Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to get these alloys, is because the way I really like to charge this up, especially early on when you don't really have like a whole lot of FE per tick output, but you still want to charge quickly. Energy cubes. So if you just do... Oh nice, I was able to make 2. And then I need steel. I can already see I'm short on redstone, but I might be able to go grab... I should be able to go grab some from behind me over at the chests. So I get one of these and then apparently get an achievement out of it. Yeah. I'm just going to grab all of it and bring it over. Yeah, not what I meant to do. Just do that real quick. And then I should be able to make my basic energy cube. And with this, I'll come down here. And I'll just stick it right here for right now. And then with this filling up, now, since you saw like it would get a little jolt of energy when I first put it in, it was because it was sucking up the buffer energy and using that to charge. That's why this is much faster early on than even using like the ME charger and then sticking it in there. That's already done. It's 200k AE done. And these honestly take a while before you have to charge them again. But I needed to charge it up because these are a lot of cobblestone tiles I wanted to correct. Oh, and now that I have diamond, I can also use this to get some quick obsidian too. So like say I need to get like 9 obsidian. Do that. Shift right click now. It'll go the opposite direction of heating, which cools that. And since we have ultimine, I can use my diamond all-in-one tool. Takes a second still. Boom. And all 9 right there. And then I just gotta refill this with cobble. Use the entropy manipulator to make it look like nothing ever happened. But now I have some obsidian. So what I'll do is I'll do that. And then open it up, make sure this is set to up or top. It changes depending on like where you're looking. If you're out here changing it, not in the inventory, then it'll say up instead of top. And so that'll just pull whatever in from the top. And then I'll just use these to give myself something to place against. So I'm gonna do like this. There, and then I'm gonna use some more zinc to, instead of making a copycat panel for the last one, I wanna make a copycat trapdoor. Because I want to be able to open it and throw some eggs in to see if I can. Ah, where's my trapdoor? It's a copycat board. I don't need a board. That's annoying. You know what? I think this will work. Just because it'll leave an opening that they can't get out. But I don't know if we'll be able to throw through it. Am I going to have to go with a frame trapdoor? Is that what's going to happen? 'Cause I swear I thought there was a copycat trapdoor. No, it looks like I'm gonna have to go with frame stuff. Alright. Now I'll just go. Boom. And get that out of there. So now, still looks the same, but this one I can open. And then, that real quick, take those out because it's not what I'm collecting. And now, if I go grab all my eggs, I should be able to sling them in there and... What are you doing out here? I hate how the little slimes can get underneath the kill section. Eggs, got 11 eggs, let's see. That should hopefully be enough to spawn at least 1, maybe 2 chickens. Oh, come on. Not even 1? Not even 1? That's just rude. Now, let's see. Last step is I need to make dielectric casings, because it's just showing that I can get into power, which I will eventually. That's going to be probably one of my main power things, is I kind of like their reactors, because it's 4 materials. One of them you only have to feed once, basically, dry ice. But outside of that, it's redstone, coal, and then by using the power orb stuff, you just make, you turn uranium into uraninite, and then you just feed that into those reactors, and they make power. And there's no like waste output or anything like that to deal with, like in a lot of other games, or like the mechanism reactor, which I will be doing the mechanism reactor eventually in this. But I also have a random idea of making a steam turbine make power, but getting the steam from Oratech machines instead. Because it seems you can just use lava to straight up make steam with Oratech, and then convert the steam, and it doubles the output of the steam somehow or another. And I should be able to straight feed that into a wind turbine and get some basically free power. Like spend a little power to make the steam, and then convert it into way more power, because those turbines pick up power pretty quickly. Man, I am distracting myself. Get a little bit of that, because I only need a little just to push this quest. I'm not worried about making a whole bunch of this stuff right now. Do that, and then take half of that and flip it. And now I can just do this and make a couple. And just like that, I have pushed this, and let's see what this Gift of Pebbles gives me. A mega bulk storage component. That'll be nice for later. I mean, it does nothing for me at the moment, but that'll be nice later. And with that, I should have unlocked his next section to be able to purchase from, which is pretty nice. Because now that was the quartermaster, correct? Yep. Complete that. Next step is to do the engine machine block. But yeah, I unlock the rest of his stuff, and the main reason this is awesome is because I've got 136, not a huge number, but enough to get 3 of these. They are brushes with Unbreaking 5, so these will take a lot longer to break down than the shoddy or crude brushes, I forgot what they were called, that I've been giving them before, so it's one thing I definitely wanted. At least until I get myself to the point of being able to give them unbreakable brushes, because you can do that later. And just like that, they're going again. It is dark over here. I need to... Everybody gets a torch. I mean, I guess that's ironically one of the things about liking to use so much deep slate stuff is that it's always dark. Even if you light it up, it ends up feeling just really dark. Now, do I push this stuff next, or do I just try to push into the create section? Because if I go the create section, I have a little bit of steel now, so I can get myself my alloy smelter, which just makes these alloys far easier. And I just picked up some obsidian, so yeah, I think I'm gonna do this. Oh, I need to... Do I have gravel? I do have gravel. Let me go... Give me this. So, funny way to get some early... whatever of infinity, I can't remember. I'll tell you in a second. Just do that. Yeah, grains of infinity. Throw gravel in the fire and you get some of that, and because I need that for the void casings. So now I should be able to get my void casing. Make a few more of those, and then a couple of these, and just like that, I now have an alloy smelter, which I can take downstairs. And I think I'll put it on this side, which means I'm gonna need two. Not there. Right there, I'll pull the power over. And boom. Boom. And then I'm gonna need to get a resistor of some sort. Or a capacitor. Where'd my battery go? I want to recharge this. So and the thing is, I could make my own like basic capacitor, but I think I want to say the machinist already has one that I can get a hold of. No, not yet. Okay, so I can't get the capacitor until after I do his little thing, so which means I have to go with a basic one at least for the beginning, because there's a good chance when you buy it from him that you can get a higher capacitor, a better capacitor than you can actually make. Basically, is what I'm getting at. So it's an easy way to do that. I mean, which means I could just go the foundry option and do the fluid, like the molten versions of doing all this. However, I don't want to. Yeah, because this I should be able to do. I just need to make some nuggets. This, I don't have energetic yet. I need to make a basic just so I can use it. Let's do that. And get me a regular basic. Because to get energetic alloy, you need to do all of these. I don't even have glowstone yet anyway. Come back down here. And now this bad boy can start to take a charge. Very slowly, because my cables, or my power supply and my cables all suck. It's doing something. I know it's supposed to take one of them more than the other, I just don't remember which. But it makes two at a time, so that's cool. I don't know where I was going. Need to get some of that. But I do need 20 of it. Because if you look at the quest, like here, it just wants me to make brass casings. Cool. Yeah, whatever. Train casings. Just wants me to make train casings. Not a big deal. But at the end, you need 20 shadow casings. So the whole point is you're going 20 brass casings that turn into 20 train casings, which turn into 20 shadow casings, and then you complete the quest after you also make an encased chain drive, which means I'm going to have to make some andesite as well. But I may not actually have to make it, because once I get these things put together and get to here, the next step is to go to a dungeon. And it's a create dungeon. So you end up with all kinds of create loot. You get a bunch of free shavs. A lot of times you get even like free speed controllers. Like, that is just awesome. Because normally to get the speed controllers is kind of an annoying process where you have to already have like brass in production and all this other stuff, get a bunch of deployers going and do this like line of like multi-processing, because you have to do this line of like three hands that one does like a small cog, one does a big cog, and the other one does like an andesite alloy or something like that, and it all goes on top of something that was already pre-made, and you throw it in and it goes through like 3 cycles of the same thing until it finally makes it, but it has a chance to break in the process. It's annoying to set up. So I can get a lot of free stuff out of this. Plus, not to mention later in the machinist's shop, I can get those speed controllers from him. I could just straight buy them. Alright, with that I have my brass. Now I need to separate it because I'm going to need these for what we're doing next. Boom. Do 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 do. Should do that. Ultimine, right click. Oh, they got rid of that too. Or no, I think it's just because I'm using the all-in-one tool and not a straight-up axe. No biggie. Slam some brass on some wood. And then I should just kind of leave that there. I think I'll pick one up just for the achievement to have one. Yeah, basic casings. Because these are now going to end up getting converted into friggin' train casings next, which I need obsidian sheets for, I believe. But boom, completed that portion. Now it wants me obsidian plates, which you would just need to get molten obsidian and cast onto here. Alright, so in part of my preparation, I did a little AFK stuff and grabbed some wood. I have a whole bunch of wood on backstock right now. So, as you see, I'm starting to get my storage system set up. I do have a controller already that I bought earlier from the shop. Where did it go? Right there. This one, I think I'm just gonna kind of keep this one in the middle. I'm gonna stick it right here because they don't have to be like touching or anything, because the way it works with this, I don't have the space yet, but once I get some upgrades for this, honestly just a couple copper upgrades should be fine, or just because 2 should be enough. Because now, oh yeah, look how much bigger that is. Can't even quite see the edge of it. And it's just copper upgrades. That's the craziest part. This is literally just copper upgrading. But yeah, now that I have that, I can link any of these once I have what I want sorted into them. And then I'll be able to lock those. I mean, I realistically could just add all of them immediately and then just lock them all. You know, I'm probably going to do that. Let me go multiple mode, added, come all the way down to here, added, grab that bad boy, and then added. So now they're all added. And since they're all added, I can use the lock on that. And then that locked every single one of them. So now nothing will just get shoved into them inadvertently if I try to stick anything in through here. But now I can start sorting them with the things that I want. Because soon enough, I'm going to have Ars Nouveau storage stuff going on. And once I have that, I can link that directly to the controller. And like with just one, I want 6. I am short on sticks. That's fine. Let's do that. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring all that back down. And then here, boom. It's annoying because since they don't stack, I have to do these one at a time anyway. So there's no way for me to know whether or not I'm just gonna have enough until I possibly run into an issue. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go that one's for gravel. This one's for dirt. And that one is for sand. And then all I need to do, are these 1x1s? Yes, they are, thank goodness. Put those there. And then if I get one there, I'm gonna have to make one more cobblestone generator and a few more of these, but I can do this, pipe these in, and they'll just make everything for me. Should be able to, oh shoot, that's not what I was trying to do. So I should be able to, there we go. Oop, I like that. There. I just didn't want them to connect right there. I don't mind this spot because it's fairly smooth. Come on. And I just do that. And now, this will just simply get me my materials passively. So once I need them, I'll just come back and grab them. Main reason I wanted to do this is because since I'm going to be making a foundry furnace, I need sand. Because you combine sand and clay to make the fire clay, and you cook that to make the fire bricks that you need to make. You need to use the fire bricks to make all the like the walls and all the components to put together the foundry. So kind of needed to do this. I just thought of something. I could possibly, yes. So if I just swap his pile of dust for some dirt, I should be getting, come on, give me some arse. Did I get any arse saplings? Yes, I got one. I got blazing. Stick that in there. Stick that on there. And I need to get a pull upgrade. Pull and push are the same exact thing, you just gotta swap them. So honestly, as long as you save one of them and you remember which one it is, and then swap it before you craft it, makes things a lot simpler. Because I can do that, and then I switch this to top, stick that in, and now it comes down here. And now I can complete this section, get my tome so I can learn about Ars Nouveau, get a pebble. Oh, it gets me a free iron auto hammer, that's funny. After I just made a bunch. Oh well, I'll use it for something later, I guess. I have to go talk to the magician again. Oh, and I'll also be able to get the delightful grass stuff right here too. I don't really want to just yet because I don't have the means to deal with it. I mean, I think I can put everything together to put together a mob farm for passive mobs. But there's a little trick that you gotta do to it, and to get there, I need to finish what I'm doing with the foundry stuff so I can get plates easier. Because you need to use some pulse timers for it. But I do have all this fancy stuff unlocked, and that gives me a Tablet of Awakening, which I'm going to need one of these for what I want to do. The enchanting apparatus, the imbuement chamber. Want a couple of these. Source jars. I'll get 3 of those. Because the way I like to do these is with drawers, and then boom, and then kind of wanted to do 2 at once. You know, it's screw it. I could just do it like this. And you do that, and then lock that since I don't want anything going on there just yet. Give me my 4 stacks of lapis. Do that. And then, oh yeah, I forgot I need to get a push upgrade and a pull upgrade. Hey, free eggs. Free eggs. Do I get any chickens out of it? No. Dang it. Alright. So I need 1 push and 1 pull. This one's a push for bottom. Eh. And then pull for top. And I can just slap that in there since it's locked. It won't pull anything in until it's done, which means now that I have this, I can slap that in there and this system is done. Now it'll just do it. The agronomic source link, which took 2 of these anyway. So I get 1 of these, and if I come over here and grab 8 sand, I can turn this sand into snad. And then I'm gonna stick these right here. And then right there. And then I think I can just go yeah, I think I want to go like that. Go like that. Couple of these bad boys. 1 here. 1 here. Turn them to the highest tick. And then before I plant these, I need to make sure I set up something else. 1 more layer of things. Alright, so now, at the very least, I need to get it like an iron chest. Not really sure. iron. That's good enough. What I need to do is get this here. Oh my god. Turn that into that. Yep, it has to. So I can do that and that. Allow cactus to get picked up. And then in void, overflow and GUI, allow cactus, void, overflow. So it'll still have a stack in here. But now that I have that set up, all I need to do to get the source kicked off is that. And just like that, this auto collects and auto voids anything over a stack. All the while just straight up creating source, which is automatically being used on this, and increasing the speed at which I'm making this. Yeah, like it's jumping 40% every time. Slap those in there to get me a wand. This is also what we need to be able to link a jar to this guy too, so we can do some crafts later. And then on stage, I probably need to go spawn because... Ooh, ooh. Aw. To the magician! For which I am done. Yeah, the magician one is always easy. There's the 8. I think I'll do a ugly little basic setup over here. Do that, and then once I get it built, I'll stick it right there. And well enough is in there. Get me my enchanting apparatus. Bada bang, bada boom. And home I go. Now we go over here to our janky little temp setup. And then, boop. This should work now. Should be able to come over here. Doesn't matter what the positions are as long as they're on there and you put the right things where they need to be. Get a little spinny action. Bada bing. Storage lectern. So this kind of want in line with my elevator and sort of ish middle. So there's that. We're down to 1 to 2 more steps basically. Because now I need a ritual brazier. Make one more of these, one of these, and then I can use that with my Tablet Awakening, but I need to get a book and quill first. So I need to make another book. Easiest way is just go with the least used letters, Q. Make one more book. And then I need to make some black ink, so I do have an axe. Let me get things out of my inventory. And then that I'm just gonna stick back down over here. Look at all that source. Sheesh. It's probably because this ran out of lapis already, yeah. Yeah, it's fine with me. Now it's just a source generator. What was I going? So yeah, I've got my ritual brazier. And now I need... It was literally the black ink. Coal. Eh. Stupid offhanding. Oh, was it not a... Was it a hammer? Yes, hammer. Booyah. So now I do that. Tablet Awakening. So we'll go Awakening. Tablet. Pull that out. I've got my bookworm. And you come over here. Now you got a bookworm. And now I can go boom. Connected inventory. So now already I can see all of the stuff that's in my storage drawers. And I'm gonna wanna I swear. Oh, there it is. Or no, it doesn't actually make the whole UI bigger. Forgot about that. That's the one thing that kind of sucks about using this. But now that it's synced, I can type up here, and it does all the JEI stuff on the side too, so I can search through my stuff. So I can do that, see what I have in my system that I actually have showing. Like right now, what I'm going to do as well is we'll do the other chests I was using like that, and then I can even just go grab this and stick it on there as well. So now I have all the main inventories I've been using on here, so now I don't have to go all over the place to do anything. Yay! And honestly, I think that will do it for this first episode. I really do like that I have so many drawers up already. I will be steadily sorting them out. I may do some off-camera stuff because now that I have my storage lectern up, I can use my drawers a little bit more effectively, and I can start pulling things out of the chest that don't really need to be in there and start sorting the things I would prefer to actually be sorted, you know? So next time you see me, I should have actually some more stuff in there, and from this point forward, I can really start cranking into all the different farms to start automating what I want going on and start connecting things up a lot more smoothly. I just didn't want to do that before I had all of this connected. Alright, see you guys next time. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe, do whatever you do. Leave some love, some hate, whatever you feel like. Do you.